Alrighty, it's Ecom Rebel and back again. We just had some feedback I had to get rid of. Alright, so hopefully that's all sorted now. Okay, so let's draw a winner from the previous live stream. Let's do that first and then let's get on with it. Okay. Alright, so let's delete that one there. Okay, so this was from yesterday. No, actually, yeah, so the 8th it was. So let's pick a winner. Hopefully we'll get a good question or comment that I can talk about. Let's pick a winner. Let's see who it's going to be. XOXS Prink Unlimited. You are a legend and you help out with your knowledge. Thanks a lot. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. I am going to send you $10 worth of Bitcoin cash. Awesome. Thank you for that. So let's drop that in there now. Just give me a second. Okay. Just going to pay the Bitcoin cash out of my other wallet. Just bear with me while I do that. It's been a really interesting day with everything going on in the markets and all the different news. Alright, so $10 US, only costing 3 cents for Bitcoin Cash. That's excellent. Not much at all. Alright, so that seems fine. Let's click send. Yes, that looks like the right address. Good to go. Click send. Yep, and when you actually get that, if you watch this live stream, you'll see it, or if you get on live now, you'll be able to see it. Just let me know that you received your $10 in Bitcoin Cash. I much appreciate that. Alrighty, let's get on with it. So I wanted to cover a couple of things tonight. So the first thing is I've had a few questions about China and the banning of Bitcoin mining. So we'll have a quick look. There's been a few articles. We'll just have a quick look at some of these articles. All right, so this came out today. A bit of confusion around the Chinese position regarding Bitcoin mining. So some people are saying that they're trying to crack down on Bitcoin mining, okay, in China, and others are saying no, that's not happening at all. So, you know, it sort of brings down the price of Bitcoin, and generally the market, if they're unsure, generally the market will stay down. So basically they've done some reports. You can check out the links on this page, and there's a few other articles about this. So the state media denies that they're cracking down on it. Now we saw before in the past when there was some issues with China, it caused the whole market to go down a lot, which was temporary, but that it did happen. It was a great time to buy when it did go down. But there is some ramifications of this, and I'll get into it shortly. But basically, there was reported, this was on the 5th of January, they're reporting that some of the regulators were getting rid of the crypto miners and wanting them to leave, and in certain areas. So this also brings to it, are they relocating overseas, and are they going to get access to power, and are they going to set up? I mean, that takes time, money, logistics to be able to do all that. But there's that much money in mining that a lot of these places might do that. So I don't know if they're just going to shut down overnight, but if they're known to the government and they start doing this, it would mean essentially they might shut those mining operations down. So that's something to be careful of, and I suppose that's why the market hasn't been sort of going too crazy. It's been pretty much subdued, not really doing too much at the moment. Bitcoin, we'll have a quick look at Bitcoin right now. So Bitcoin's at just under 15,000, lost a little bit so far, not much at all, but it's not really doing anything. And if you have a look at the whole market, most of it was red today. There was only a few that were green, but most of the market was down. So I would say a lot to do with this, to do with China, because the biggest thing is the miners are there, and if all of a sudden they started cracking down, they would actually have to physically go to these miners and shut down their operations or turn off the power, and that would have ramifications to the whole crypto space, because if you've got most of the hashing power and all the pools in China, where the electricity is cheap, you're going to have a problem if they start shutting that stuff down. You're going to have, the price of Bitcoin may go up, but it just depends on the transactions, the number of and the fees and the unconfirmed transactions that happen, because once it gets a little bit too many transactions and the block times take too long to process, and then if you have less mining, right, it takes longer to mine. Okay, and so this could lead possibly to a catastrophic effect on Bitcoin. Just speculation, but that's if you went and turned off all the power in China, Bitcoin would it'd be very difficult to get all those transactions going again because of all the mining power that they have. That is the only problem with having such a centralized mining in China. But I think this will spread out more across the world, and it just depends on how quickly they can do it. So I don't know. I don't think they're gonna just. These people have put that much time and money and investment into these mining operations. I don't think they're just going to give up and shut the doors. I think they'll move on to another location if be, set up operations elsewhere. There may be issues while this is going on, and it's going to shift power to different farms in different locations. So there may be a spread of, or maybe really decentralizing this hash power that's concentrated in China. So it's going to move to some different areas. So, but it might cause some issues with transaction times for Bitcoin, Litecoin, and a few other coins. So that's something to be wary of. Okay, but even if they do ban it, essentially people are going to move to other countries that are more friendly towards crypto, and they'll set up in those markets. So it might cause possibly a dip or something like that, I would say, but that'd be a great time to buy. I don't think this is going to be a catastrophic situation. I think it's going to take a while for these miners to move if they have to. It just depends on how true this is and what happens. So just keep on top of the news. I'll let you know whatever I find out, but that was something I saw today that was worth bringing up. We'll just see who we got on live today. Let's see who's up. Crypto the Moon. What's up, Bitcoin? Yeah, hey buddy. We just want to cover some of the questions. If you're on live, just if you've got any questions, please ask me, and I'll do my best to answer them. So let's go on to the next one. This is massive. Telegram plans for an ICO. So if you should know what Telegram is. If you don't, it's an app for messaging, similar to like Facebook Messengers and WeChat. So essentially, Telegram is planning at this stage for a multi-billion-dollar ICO. So most of the ICOs we've seen, are in the million mark. They're planning on $1 billion. I mean, EOS was quite big. I think they've taken over $1 billion market cap. It took over a year to do that. Well, they got plans to build a blockchain and build it on the Telegram. And Telegram's pretty big. I mean, every single ICO and channel, there's so many people in there. Now, they're talking about raising maybe $500 million, maybe $500 million in the pre-ICO, and possibly the token value between $3 to $5 billion. So that's, pretty incredible. Now, the main thing was Telegram. This is the kicker. Like, Telegram has 180 million users. So if they integrate this into their platform, it's going to be a no-brainer that this ICO is going to be big and the project's going to be big, and it's going to be pretty exciting. So this goes on. You can read about this, and also there's a bit more information I've seen out there. But essentially, these guys that developed it, these brothers, I think it was Durov and his brother Nikolai, and essentially it's very similar. Like, some people call it the Russian Facebook, because at the moment it's estimated to be worth $3 billion. So that'll be interesting to see how that pans out, and I'll keep you posted on that story. But yeah, that's pretty exciting news. All right, so another one I saw was India to tax Bitcoin. We'll have a quick look at that one. Now we've got I know a few people in our Slack group as part of the course my good friend NG Gavin runs, and we've got a few people in India, and this was interesting to read this. Basically, the Calcutta High Court are seeking intervention to regulate the flow of bitcoins. Okay, they see it as a drug trafficking, ransomware, extortion, and other unlawful activities being facilitated by the use of cryptocurrencies, which will need to be immediately banned or regulated. Okay, so this is what they're trying to bring in over there, and also possibly the taxation of the cryptocurrencies. So yeah, this is going to happen. Probably more and more countries will adopt this. If they're either going to totally ban it, or they're going to take it on, regulate it, and tax it. Okay, and basically people are either going to comply with that or they're going to resist. So yeah, everyone can make their own decision on what they're going to do. In some places, there'll be countries where they'll be more likely to accept Bitcoin and crypto than some others. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with this. But the court case starts on February 2nd. So that'll be interesting for the people of India and how it'll affect them. We'll see how that pans out for them. So if you are from India and you are on the live stream or watch this afterwards, just let me know if you've heard anything from over there. That'd be great. That'll be interesting. Now, also today, Bitmain, they always on Twitter, they always send out little tweets. Right now, Bitmain sent this one out. They had some batches of the Antminer S9. Okay, so this one was released today. And now you would click the link, go through, and you order it while they can. This stuff sells out fast. So you're thinking of getting mining equipment. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how long it was. I went there I think I went 2 hours after. Yeah, completely sold out. And I think this was the second release today of some more of these miners. So what you need to do is be vigilant, you know, of when Bitmain lets you know about these, and then get in. Be prepared if you're wanting to get in and actually do your own mining rigs. Also, this was something to do with the China, which was concerning, and it affected a lot of people. There was a lot of people not happy. I saw this on Twitter. We'll have a quick look now. So this was an announcement by VivaBTC on closing cloud mining contract market. So VivaBTC is one of the biggest markets for like a pool where you can essentially, well, in this situation here where they're talking about the contract mining market. So you actually buy contracts to mine, and in this marketplace you can buy and sell them. Okay, so you can transfer ownership of that. They are closing that market, and essentially pretty much immediately. Now this caused heaps of people, yeah, this person lost 50% of their market. Like they lost 20 Bitcoin Cash straight up, because as soon as that happened, the price just plummeted, because essentially they're ceasing trading. So if you're holding these contracts, you've either got to get out of them or stay in. Now they're not saying that that's not affecting payouts, daily payouts, but so many people had concerns. And you know, this one here, 9 hours ago you were promoting the contract market, and now you're killing it 9 hours later. So there's a lot of unhappy people, and you know, a lot of people that had bought contracts still getting paid, but essentially the trading market has been closed. Now they cited that it was to do with where is it? In the interest of the investors, to control speculation. Now, if these authorities that are coming down on VivaBTC, or they're concerned about legal ramifications, this is possibly one of the first signs that some of these mining pools are being affected by that. So that is a concern, and there's a lot of people affected. If you're part of this VivaBTC and you're in this situation and you want to comment, let us know. That'd be great. So we have more questions. Hey Audrey, how you doing? What do you think? WePower. Yeah, great to see you again. Yeah, I'll quickly note on talk about WePower if I can tonight, just briefly. I was having a look at it yesterday. Crypto to the moon. Have you heard of it? Adobe announces IOTA security camera with HomeKit support. No, I haven't. That's interesting. I'll have to check that one out. And I'm searching where to buy Telegram token. You can't buy the Telegram token. Not available yet. They're just talking about the prospect of doing this. I'm not sure of their time frame, but I'm sure it'll be massive, and it'll be probably very difficult to get into the ICO. So with the mining pools, I don't know if this is going to continue out of China. It'd be interesting to see what happens, but yeah, that's what happened with VivaBTC. So we'll see if it happens to anyone else. The last thing I want to mention, some news today. Just ordered a couple of Trezors. Now, if you don't know what a Trezor is, they're a hardware wallet. So ordered them today. Hopefully they'll come pretty soon. Basically, when you start out, when you've only got a small amount of crypto, it's not really an issue. But once you start getting larger sums, sure, you've got them on your PC or your Mac, for example. But when it starts getting, when you're doing like participating in ICOs or something like that, and you're using maybe the Mu wallet, okay, or some different things, and you don't want to make a mistake and think you're on the right page and think you're logging into the right wallet and find out that it's not actually the real thing, and then you get scammed out of. They take your basically your what's the word? I can't think of the word. The keys, your private keys. That's the word. So the keys, basically, when you have a wallet, you'll have those keys. You got public key and your private key, and most people don't even realize this because it's all done in the wallets. But if you go and put your private key, for example, when you go to my Ether wallet, right? So you go to my Ether wallet. So many people have been like hacked, or they have these phishing attacks all the time. So you would go to this site and then you would enter in your private key. Now, if this is the genuine site, normally you can tell with the lock up the top left hand side, okay? But if you make a mistake and you type in your private key, you can kiss all your tokens and your crypto goodbye. Now, where this comes back to is with a Trezor. Trezor will protect, as you know, from what I can tell from the people who've been using it, this will help you protect, for example, when using my Ether wallet, as well as holding your own coins. So that's another benefit of having them. So we've ordered those. Can't wait till they arrive. I'll do a review and a demo on that, and yeah, run you through how that is set up. And basically now they hold more than Bitcoin. They hold Litecoin, Ethereum Dash, Ethereum Classic, Zcash, and I think they've actually got some more supported coins coming through. Alrighty, so yeah, so here we got Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Gold, Ethereum, all your ERC20 tokens. So most of the ICOs participate in are ERC20, Ubiq. Maybe they're trying to bring on support for NEM, Namecoin, Doge. So they've got quite a few. So this is one of the better ones. Is also a Ledger. I don't have one of those, but I've heard they're pretty good too. So that's I just wanted to let you know about the hardware. So make sure that you get yourself those once you start getting a larger a balance for your coins. All right, a few more comments there. I'll get to WePower shortly. Audrey also said, what about Phonium? Interesting. I'll have to check that one. I haven't heard that one yet. And Jasmine Doc says, what do you think about BitConnect's ICO? Well, this is that's simple. BitConnect's right. They're doing the ICO to get the last amount of money out of the market. So it's going to fall over. Essentially, if you don't know what it is, it's a Ponzi scheme. And now that they're introducing the ICO, it's like their last-ditch effort to keep things going and take as much money they can in the market. So yeah, it's just the last money grab. If you were in BitConnects, you need to get out of that now. Just get out of it while you can. Some of you got your funds locked up and there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, well, I wouldn't be putting any more funds into it, because it's like all those, there's a heap of them like that, and they've been going for some time. Yeah, that's exactly right. Crypto to the moon. BitConnects is Ponzi. And, it gets a lot of people. People get suckered into that all the time. And I'll have people argue that, it's not a Ponzi scheme. It's legit. I get paid. Yeah, well, you can get paid for as long as they want to run that scheme. And when they want to close it down, they disappear and your funds are gone. And there's heaps of people that have lost so much. And just recently, I heard about USI Tech. They're closing down in the States, and it's the same thing with that. So I wouldn't get involved in it. I would get out it if you're already in there. Yeah, exactly right. US Tech and Dave are also a Ponzi. All right, so that covers a little bit of the news there. I might go have a quick look at some of the questions. Where were we? We did have some comments. Let's have a quick look here. I had some really good questions. So some of these questions, I won't be able to answer all of them. Normally I answer the question on whoever gets the $10 of Bitcoin Cash, and whoever gets on live are trying to help. So what I might do is, there's a couple of questions here. One, I think I might talk about, I have to be a millionaire in crypto 2018. I love that username. Top privacy coins, coin topic for the day. So I like that. You'll need to make sure you don't put it twice. So, that's not going to help you. I'm going to delete that one now. So you only get one shot at it. Just remember, you can only do it once when on these comments, okay? All right, so that's fine. Top privacy coins. So we might cover that. I'm going to run through some of the ones I know. If you know of any other privacy coins, put them in the live chat now, or if you're watching later, drop them in. Let me know some of your favorite ones, maybe some of the ones you already hold. So while you're doing that, I'm just going to bring up CoinMarketCap and go through some of the ones I know. And the biggest one that I know is Monero. So now at the moment, I don't hold any Monero. I may soon. We're looking at $431. It's up today, 11%. We'll have a quick look at their the website, and also you can see just how much the markets went up. So it was $2.50. So let's back up a step. July last year, $2.50. Now it's $430. Okay, so these it's a big move. And even just recently, even in January, we've really seen around the $86 that was around November. Now in December, $391, and now it's moved up to $400. I really think that just like John McAfee talks about, is these privacy coins are going to be big, because people don't want to know what how many coins you're holding, the transactions you're doing. So I think governments and tax, they might all try and crack down on people, but I think these privacy coins are the way to go. So Monero, we'll have a quick look here. Private digital currency, their little video. I like their the way they lay out the website. They got Windows, Mac. These are all the downloads for the wallets. I might do a review on one of these. I might download it. If I get a chance, I'll download this and run through maybe a guide on Monero. So that'd be interesting. Wouldn't mind trying that out and go from there. So basically, they've got a community, got all the resources, roadmaps, what they're trying to do. This is why it's a good project that's going to continue, and they've got a lot of people involved in it. So that's pretty good. Let's have a look at another one. All right, so Monero, who we got? We got some people have put XMR. Yep, that's one for Monero, correct. Dash, yeah, that's true. It's sort of, most people sort of overlook Dash. I really love Dash. I definitely need to be holding more of it. I remember when I started, Dash was around, I think, $100 mark. So it's 10x since I've been, looking at Dash, and that's definitely a long way to go. So Dash is, they've got, they're bringing out some new products and new platforms, which is codenamed Evolution. They'll be changing that when they finally release it. And with Dash, I'll have a quick look at their site now. So they've got a facility in there where you can do private send. Okay, some people argue whether it's as good as some of the others or not, and maybe it's not. We don't know, but from what I've seen, and if you've used it, let me know. But as far as I know with the transaction, that it works well with the private send feature. And I think when they bring out the new software, they'll make it much easier and more transparent, and probably a lot better privacy. And Dash is just expanding. It's just a great thing. So Dash is really good. I wouldn't say they're totally focused on being private, but they've got that private send function. So that's pretty good. So we've got Monero, a few more, some of the people on the live have put through. XVG, let's have a look at that one. XVG. Verge. Yes, you would have heard Verge because it's been making some big moves. 17% up today, 21 cents. So huge rise. I mean, it was literally it was less than a cent not too long ago. And we've had, in the last 3 months, yeah, this is the last 3 months. You can see where it's been 1 cent, 5 cents, and it's just continued. And now we're at 21 cents at the moment. So if you got in early, well done on that. We'll have a quick look at their website. I haven't actually purchased any of Verge. I've been pretty much full into the ICO, so I haven't really got into it yet. But I believe they have a interesting products around. So yeah, let me know if any of you guys are actually just, you might be buying and holding Verge, but are you using it, and do you use it for transactions? That'd be interesting to know, or whether you just like it because you can make some good money out of it. So yeah, you can check out their page. I'm sure they got a good community, and it's 30-second block time. Interesting. I'll have to do a bit more research on this one and really check it out, but I think that's got some got some potential on that, and we've definitely seen some big moves. So Monero, Verge, yeah, Pivx, yeah, that's the other one I was thinking of too. Good call on that. So let me just go back to Pivx. I think that's about it. So we'll have a look at Pivx. That was we'll wrap that up for those coins for privacy. But if you're not holding any, I recommend that you check them out and just see, if they can fit into your coins, because I really see the growth. Bitcoin, people used to think was transparent, but people are discovering that it's not so transparent, like compared to these other coins and these other projects. So yeah, we've had some big moves there. Back March 17, 3 cents. We're now at $12.39. And I hear a lot of things. I think I'm on the Twitter for Pivx, so I see a lot of stuff coming through for that. It's just loading now. Yeah, that's nice. They have proof of stake, which is pretty good. Yeah, that's exactly right. These guys here always putting out content, and they're really in the market They've got Windows, Mac, Linux, mobile wallet for Android. So they're definitely going to be they're totally around the whole space of being private. That's the whole idea beyond that. Now I think also this I think this is a fork of Dash. So if someone knows that to be true, I believe it is a fork of Dash. And then they started, because they use master nodes. That's right. Because when I was looking to master nodes, they basically use similar system to how Dash. So they've taken on a lot of the stuff, and then they've added some extras there. That's just that they use. So that's this page here, pivxmasternode.org. This is information about their master nodes, similar to the Dash master nodes. So it's a good idea because they're providing an extra service. You can earn money being a master node. I'm not sure what the prices are for that at the moment, but that's something interesting. So yeah, they've got a pretty good project. So yeah, some of the coins, if you haven't checked out those, do check them out and maybe think of putting them into your portfolio. So that's pretty good. Let's close down some of these windows. So we have a few more people on. Caitlin, welcome. Yes, Verge. Ahmed says Verge was pumped because of McAfee. Well, that could be. He's got 500,000 followers on Twitter. And whenever he says anything, people do what he says. So yeah, so it probably was a lot to do with McAfee. And who knows whether they paid him or not to do it, or who knows, but that's what happens. Rommel Crypto Sniper, greetings from Singapore. Yes, hello to you. And let's have a look. That was the main thing I want to talk about, the crypto. We'll have a look at some of the comments. Now I'll just see where we're at with time-wise. It won't take too long. We're at about 32 minutes now, so we're going to finish up shortly. But if you guys that are on the live right now have any questions, just put them in the live and I can try and answer them now. That would be good. I'm just scrolling back up to see if there was any other. Oh yeah, what do I think about the market sentiment for Bitcoin today? Well, I think at the moment it's going to be, it's pretty down. I think a lot to do with the, essentially China. I think that's a lot to do with it. That was the main thing that people are concerned about. Are they going to ban it? Are we going to have issues with Bitcoin and maybe transactions and stuff like that? So I don't know. You've got to have marketplace acceptance and also it's where things are traded. So China's big, and same with South Korea. Like if South Korea started to make it difficult for people to invest or close the exchanges, then funds would have to move into other exchanges and things like that. So I just think it's going to rebalance. I think if Bitcoin, died off tomorrow, what would actually happen is funds would exit out of Bitcoin into the other altcoins, and it would just disappear. I mean, that can happen with any coin. So yeah, the worst case scenario, people would just exit and it would happen. But I don't think that's going to happen at this stage. I think nothing ever happens as quickly as some people predict. I think it will just take time. And, who knows? There might be other coins. I mean, Ethereum just took back over Ripple and Ripple dropped a bit more. The funds might fly back into Ethereum if people are concerned. And also the things about the China thing, which is affecting the market, is Bitcoin Cash is tied to Bitcoin because they use the same mining, the way the script they use for mining. So that's the same, and also Litecoin. There's a lot of Litecoin that's also mined. They're mined with different miners, but they're Litecoin. The pools in China are quite big. So Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, and I've also heard Doge is also another thing that they mine as well on those same rigs. So a lot of those can be affected in those pools. So if you were thinking of diversifying out of those, you might want to do that if you're concerned. But yeah, money will flow from one into the other. And at the moment, part of the problem here too is that these transaction times and the fees on Bitcoin, that doesn't help. So yeah, so hopefully that answers the question about what do I think of the market at the moment with Bitcoin. And just see if we've got any more questions. Bloom tokens. What else? Another one. Oh, how do you enter? Rommel says, how do you enter the Bitcoin Cash giveaway? When this is posted on YouTube, which will be shortly, maybe another half an hour, once it gets posted, you just need to put your Bitcoin Cash address in and leave a comment or a question. And then tomorrow I will draw another winner and I will select from the people who put it on that. I'll also do it from Facebook as well. I'll check just see if there's anyone on Facebook at the moment. I'm building up that community slowly. So I'm not sure if I've got anyone live at the moment with any questions. No comments on there at the moment, which is fine. That's all good. So at the moment it will just be see, and as you can see, people are commenting on the last live stream, and then I select a winner out of that. So just all you need to do is like my channel, subscribe to the channel. If you want notifications of when I'm coming on live, then all you need to do is hit the little bell icon, and the notification you'll get a message that I'm on live. Okay, so that'll be good. And also, if you're on live, you'll know that you received your coin when I send it through. All right. So at the moment, I'm giving away Bitcoin Cash. I'm going to do that. If it changes, I will let you know. But yeah, definitely engage. I'm here to help, and I'm to try and help you as much as I can. A lot of the stuff I do is in ICOs, and a lot of that information I got from my good friend NG Gavin, who put together a course. You'll see the link below, and that's how I got involved, probably about 4 months ago now. And yeah, it's pretty exciting stuff. Last night, if you watched the videos or the live stream last night, I had to get it short because we have once a week. We have the we basically do like a question answer. We do a webinar. We get new people on, and people have been involved in some time. And there's just been some incredible stories in the last 4 months. People, just getting ready to leave their jobs. Some really big ICOs. I think one I saw that was 80,000. Someone picked up 20,000. Some are doing 10x, 2x. I've had a couple of mine do 10x at the moment. So there's some, it's really good for ICOs at the moment. So if you are interested in the ICOs, click the link below, check it out. If you've got any questions, you can always message me, put in the comments. That'd be good. Yes, so you comment after the live stream is over with your wallet address. That's correct. So that's all you need to do. So we might have a look at, we'll finish up, we'll have a look at Bloom tokens. I think that was an ICO that finished just recently. I didn't get into Bloom. Yeah, let me know if you did. I'm not sure if you did or not. Let's find it here. ICO drops. So ICOdrops.com is a great place to check out the upcoming ICOs. Yeah, it's quite a bit of information to learn about ICOs. That's why I suggest getting into the course like I did. But to give you an idea of some of the ones, I'll have a quick look at that Bloom, which ended. So we click on ended ICOs up here on the top right hand side. And I can search for Bloom if I type it in there. I just want to see if I can see it. Oh, there we go, Bloom. So that was in finance. They wanted 41. I think they got 41 million, and they only picked up 51% because they were trying to get 80 million. So they picked up 40 million. So Bloom token sale has ended. It was January the 1st. That's right. So it was for risk assessment and credit scoring. And I'll just see if they've actually. At the moment, there's no prices. I think it's a BLT token. I'm not sure when they're actually. I don't think they're on I don't think they're on Coin Market Cap yet. BLT, I think it was. No, I don't think they're on there yet. Not sure when they're actually going to get released. I haven't, because I didn't participate in that. I'm not in the Telegram for that one, so I haven't actually did it. I think I'll tell you what, I didn't really want to get involved in that, and that's finance. I don't really get involved in the finance ICOs. They could be big, but finance is heavily regulated. takes a long time to get approved, and personally I stay away from them. So that's why I didn't get into that sort of stuff. All right, and last question, Shanae. I'm not getting how to get into today's my Ether wallet. Got compromised, so waiting for some time. There you go. That's why you definitely need to get something like a hardware wallet, so it ties in with the My Ether wallet. So yeah, something like a Trezor or a Ledger, and they can connect, because it's so easy to get scammed. You might click a link, think you get to the correct My Ether wallet site, but in fact it's a pretend one. You type your private key in, and then you lose all your tokens, and you just don't want that to happen. You've got to be super careful, especially with email links. People get scammed all the time, so you got to be careful of that. I think that covers about it. I'll just double check if there was any other comments I wanted to talk about. There's a lot of great questions here. I'll try and get to them at some stage, or quite welcome to re-ask them again. And if you do win the $10 worth of Bitcoin Cash, I'll definitely answer your question. So keep trying again. You can try as many times as you want, just once on the comment, and then when I do the next live stream, you're free to participate and ask another question or the same question again if you want, if I haven't answered it yet. So yeah, there's a lot of great ones there, and as I said, if you like what I do, like the channel, subscribe, and if you want to share with others, you can do that as well. So I appreciate your support. I want to thank you everyone that's on tonight, and we've got a few, so if I may not get all your names right, but thank you, Crypto to the Moon, Mr. Bazinga 431, Audrey, I've seen you a few times, thank you, Jasm, Doc, I think you won a couple of times, which is fantastic. Chanel, sorry if I'm screwing up your name, but thank you for your support. Caitlin, a new person I haven't seen before. Rommel, Crypto Sniper, thank you, from Singapore. So I appreciate everyone, and I will talk to you again tomorrow night. Thank you very much. I'll see you then. Bye.